Hello, welcome to game 3 of my match against SamE. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Attacks. Brutal, oppressive attacks that make you want to hate the world in Mountebank and Goons. There are no four-cost things here, which is quite interesting. If there was a four-cost action, I would open it for sure and try to... I would open it for sure and try to butterfly it immediately into Mountebank. Since there are no four-cost actions, you have to get a Mountebank with 5. Banish is a really strong consideration for me. I'm thinking about opening Banish, Enchantress, try to get a big Enchantress off, then get a Mountebank, and then just sort of banish every chance you get. Use Enchantress to block their Mountebanks or just to get that starting hand size up. Shantytown can also work at that. I mean, Shantytown is essentially a... this is not quite what I wanted, but I guess it's what we get. Shantytown can act as a... what can Shantytown act as? It can act as a lab when it's the only action. So if I had a Shantytown last turn, I would have drawn 2 coppers and could have banished 2 estates. More likely I'm going to draw a state copper and have a tough decision to make. Yeah, so I can banish 2 coppers here, or I can buy like a Nobles, or a Goons, or a Mountebank already. Given that they have 2 Enchantresses, I think I'm still inclined to buy the Mountebank. That seems like the best card for my deck. Bottom 2 cards are Copper, Estate. Hopefully turns they play the Mountebank, I can hit 4 and hit some things. They've already gotten another Shantytown and Enchantress, so... here I've got 3, and I'll get my own Shantytown. And if they play an Enchantress on me next turn, that'll be nice, because I can pig one of my attacks, and I can pig one of my attacks here, and play the other. If not, I'll just buy another Mountebank, I guess. Not quite sure. This bottom card, I think, is a copper. So I can banish 2 coppers now, which, again, don't feel like the greatest turns, but you kind of just got to live with those turns. Next turn I'll have a Shantytown in hand. So you can either get another Shantytown here, or second Enchantress, or a Harbinger. Guess I will get another Enchantress. It's nice to have a pair of those. You can try to alternate them turns. Oh, this Shantytown's going to end up getting played as a pig anyways, which is a little sad if I don't draw an action here. Yeah, because I have 3 actions in my next hand. But I've got a chance to pig one. I don't, actually, because they... Okay, I get to pig one. If I draw the Shantytown, that's the best draw. But if I draw Copper, then I can banish another estate. They've banished 1 more copper than me, but I've given them a copper and a curse. I feel like their draws have been a little cleaner than mine here. Okay, so this worked out pretty nicely. And yeah, I did hit them with the copper and the curse. Oh no, they discarded a curse, which is unfortunate. Let's see, just grab another Shanty. Decent chance to play something as a pig, or trigger a draw with the Shantytown. There's some nice draws that I can have. Hopefully draw another action here, because the Mountebank's really the card I want to play. Especially seeing that curse in the discard pile means that they've only got like a 1 in 10 chance to draw it. Almost all the rest of my cards are actions, so to be fair, I think I have an Enchantress and 2 Shantytowns down there. And Copper Estate, so unless I draw the worst possible draw. Yeah, okay. So we'll definitely lead on this first Enchantress. Okay, well, it went okay. Yeah, and I think we just banish 3 coppers now. I feel pretty good about that. Continue. Keep bad cards in exile. An option I should check. the bottom two cards should be coppers and stuff. Okay, well, not going to get much of a turn here. We don't really want to do anything with two, but I've got Enchantress in play. So they've hit me with a copper and a curse, and they've banished one more. But I managed to discard there, which is nice. I'll play that. I'm not drawing super great. I'm not quite sure what I'm expecting to be drawing, but maybe I just need to add another shantytown here. Or just banish this estate, get it gone, and then I'll hit 6 and I can add like a nobles. I didn't get an Enchantress in play. We'll see what happens this turn. I did draw a curse. My deck is very thin, I think thinner to them. They have one copper and a curse still. I've got 3 coppers and a curse. 1 copper, 2 curses. I've got 3 coppers and a curse. So we'll lead on the Enchantress because this is a nice draw that can happen here. This is 4. So yeah, if I want to hit 5 money, I'm going to need another action card. So I could just grab a Vassal now, which doesn't seem crazy. It's also a perfectly fine thing to pig. If I need to pig something. I didn't draw a curse this turn, so that's a little bit annoying. Really, the goal here is to hit 6 so I can buy a nobles. Yeah, I guess we'll play this Vassal as a pig. Is that really what we want to do? We can also, instead of pigging Mountebank, turn it for a nobles, then buy. So my bottom 2 cards are Curse and Mountebank. So if I play the Vassal and I draw the Mountebank, I'm okay. If I play the Vassal, I draw the Curse, then I can draw into the Mountebank. This is like a slightly annoying shuffle, but it is what it is. I did get the Enchantress in play. I think now I get a second Mountebank. I've got with the Enchantress coming into play. And I don't really want to banish curses quite yet. Not 100% on that. If I banish curses, I'm definitely going to get hit next turn, but also means my deck is cleaner. I'm going to get the second Mountebank first. It's a lot of terminals, but I'm getting pigged a lot, so I may need a little bit more terminals. And if I can hit 6 once and get a nobles, and then I can either play that as actions or draw and start getting stuff going. I do need to try to banish coppers one more time, but I think I need to get to 6 money before I can do that. Not clear to me if Goons is... I guess I have with Vassal, with all the stuff I have, I guess we plead on the Enchantress and see what happens. Okay, this is... we're going to call this fine. And gain a nobles. There's a Mountebank auto option somewhere. I'll turn that on. I was able to hit them twice there, which is nice. So yeah, with the Vassal and 2 Mountebanks, in theory, I have enough money to exile the rest of my coppers. The next time I have a chance to draw, I will probably try to draw and hit the coppers. This looks like they had a very sad draw. They discarded a curse. I wonder if they have like 2 curses, 2 coppers, and a Mountebank. Not quite sure. I didn't get an Enchantress into play. Well, I'll definitely lead on the Vassal. And lead on the nobles. Okay, so Shanty, Enchantress. So bottom cards down there are Enchantress, Mountebank, one other card, Enchantress and 2 Mountebanks. So I'm going to grab a 3rd Shanty here. Not quite ready to discard my curses. Yeah, hopefully draw into one of my shantytowns. It's a little bit of a sad start otherwise. they're fairly likely to play an Enchantress on me, so. So I've got 2 more coppers in my deck. They've got an extra curse in their deck. I've added the nobles, and they have 1 Enchantress. I have 1 Shantytown. That's the differences right now. You know, this game may run. You know, curses are going to run. Curses are going to run for sure. What's going to happen? Curses are going to run for sure. Enchantresses and Shantytowns both look like they're running. So having a small VP lead or winning the curse split by 1 seems like it would be pretty powerful. The fact that they had 3 dead cards in their hand leads me to believe that I'm going to risk playing this Vassal. Play that. So I can banish 3 coppers here. My next hand has Enchantress, Noble, Shantytown in it, so I can get some stuff off. Banishing 3 seems pretty reasonable. They bought another Shantytown. I think banishing 3 is going to be my watermark here. They're hitting me typically for 1 a turn. I should have curses in my next hand as well. No, I did not have the Enchantress down there. I must have pigged it at the beginning of the turn. Yes. Kind of nice that I played my... Obviously, the Vassal could have hit the Nobles, which might have been better, but maybe that was the best thing to have hit. That was a really nice draw. Not enough to pig. Not enough to play. To banish here, I would certainly banish 3 curses. And going to get hit by Mountebank next turn as well, probably. But I can just buy another Shantytown or another Enchantress. Another Shantytown. I've got a Shantytown and both my Mountebanks down there. Yep, so they've caught up on the cursing, which I think I got a little lucky to hit them early on when I did. They did not play... They did not play an Enchantress, so I will just play all my stuff. Hit them with a couple of curses. Feel great about that. So I wonder if it's time just to add like a Journeyman. I've got 4 Shantytowns and a Nobles. So like a Journeyman might draw me a decent number of cards, and I can also name Curse or Copper, depending on what I want to do. I'm pretty happy with that. This is a little bit a scary draw. Oh, they did exile. They did exile at some point 3 curses. So that may be why I was able to hit them with the last couple of curses. We'll lead on the Vassal. Shantytown. Draw. So I can name anything here. I guess I will name Copper. I'm pretty happy to get anything that I can draw. This turn went great. Okay, and now we just banish all these curses. And I'm pretty happy if we only take a single copper. That felt like it might have been a game-winning type of turn. I think I got pretty decently lucky there for all that to work out the way that it did. But, you know, they've still got junk in the mat, and I'm thin all of a sudden. We'll name Copper. Are both those remaining cards coppers? There's 1 Shantytown down there. I played 3 coppers last turn, so one of those is a copper. So I may just leave it there. Take actions here. Play both Mountebanks, Enchantress, buy another Nobles. I could also buy a Goons. I could also exile 2 more coppers, but I'm kind of fine not exiling coppers at this point. Goons gives me plus buy, which seems pretty good. I'm mostly drawing, or I could get 1 more Nobles and then switch to Goons next turn. I think I'm in a good enough position to switch to Goons here. And perhaps at some point in the near future, I will switch over and well, yeah, I probably only need 1 Goons to start with, because then I can add in like Shanty Towns, Enchantresses, Nobles, get 2 in a turn. We do need to watch how many coppers your deck has. Okay, that was this turn. Yeah, I didn't get the Goons into play, but I drew 3 coppers, so I feel confident just exiling those, keeping my deck under control, and you know, I think that was all the coppers that I had. So the card I need to play the least is probably Journeyman now. Go ahead and lead on the Goons in case they have a curse in hand. They may discard it. Animals for actions. Okay, that was a good turn. I got the Goons into play early, so I can buy 2 things, get a little bit of VP. And just like another Shantytown, another Enchantress. Just keep building. I get a little VP from that, and can set up my turns a little bit more, and feel better now if I have to pig an Enchantress. It's a good big target if I've already got one. As I did not quite draw my whole deck there, but adding a Shanty and Enchantress should make that happen. Yeah, so I can pig that. Vassal play. Name copper. Actions, play the Mountebanks. Draw. Okay. So we kind of did everything we needed to do this turn. Yeah, that one went... that one at some point swung my way. I don't know. Chat can tell me later in the comments if I just got my Mountebank earlier and that was lucky, or we played a little bit differently strategically, so maybe my strategy worked out, or maybe I just got lucky draws. At this level, it's maybe hopefully a little bit of both, if not the lucky thing. So see you in game 4.